Good afternoon, Wyatt. How's it going? Is now a good time?
Hey, Rachel. I'm good, thanks. What's up?
So first, there's something I want to talk to you about. Then, I have a favor to ask you.
I don't mind, but my break's gonna be over soon, and I don't want the boss to give me a hard time, so make it quick, okay? It's been a real pain in my backside this past week.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, honey. Okay, short and sweet it is. So, my friend invited me on holiday to Guam.
Guam?
We'll be gone for a week from Sunday the week after next. I was wondering if I could ask you to do something for me while I'm gone. There's no way I can leave our little boy home alone for a week. He's only 7.
Oh, right. I see. Well, I do just so happen to be working remotely that entire week, so it won't exactly be a problem. Still, though, isn't this all a bit sudden? It would have really helped if you gave me a little more notice.
I know, I'm sorry, hon. My friend was actually supposed to be going with her sister, but she pulled out on short notice due to some urgent business and left her with a spare hotel reservation. She asked me if I'd step in to save the day.
Oh, I see. You know what? I actually think it's good to go away for a break every now and then. It should do you good. Sure thing. Leave everything at home to me. Spread your wings and fly.
Oh, I'm so relieved to hear you say that, babe. Thanks a bunch. All right, I'm gonna head down to the mall to buy some holiday essentials. Good luck with the work. I hope the boss eases off on you. Thanks again, Wyatt. You're a star.
Don't mention it. Catch you later, babe.
Hey there, Wyatt. Long time no see. You busy?
Huh? Indigo? No kidding. It's been ages. What's my adventurous globe-trotting sister doing messaging me out of the blue like this? How's life abroad treating ya? You used to it over there yet? Must have been a lot to take in at first.
For sure. It took some time to adjust. I guess I am getting used to it now, though, little by little. Putting that aside for the moment, there's something important I need to discuss with you.
Something important? What is it?
Listen, I'm in Guam this week for my friend's wedding.
Wow, really? You'll never believe it, but my wife Rachel is there now too. What a coincidence. She got a surprise invite from her friend and they flew off yesterday. So they're probably off adventuring in the jungle or something as we speak.
Uh-oh. I was hoping you wouldn't say that. So it was Rachel after all.
No way. Did you see her? Is the world really that small?
Yes. I saw her, but in the worst way possible.
The worst way possible? Wait, is she okay?
You just said she went with her friend, right?
Yeah, why?
That friend is a guy.
Huh?
Look, Wyatt, this isn't going to be pleasant, and there's no nice way for me to say this, but is there a chance your wife might be having an affair and went on holiday with her lover?
Rachel, cheating on me. Is that what you're saying? No way, this can't be.
They seemed, how to put this, extremely familiar with one another. I don't just mean as friends. Watching them together was like watching a pair of loved-up teenagers. Anyone would think they were boyfriend and girlfriend. I wouldn't be messaging you like this if I wasn't certain, and I'm so sorry to have to be the one to tell you this, but I'm dead sure that's what's going on.
Wow, I see.
I panicked and I didn't know what to do, so I just took out my phone and started taking pictures while they weren't looking. You can see their faces pretty clearly. I'll send them to you soon.
I'm sorry to trouble you like this, sis.
Don't be silly. You're the last person who should be apologizing. I need Wi-Fi access to contact you here, so I can't reach you 24/7, but rest assured, if I find out anything else, I'll message you ASAP. Try not to worry, okay?
Okay, got it. Thanks for this. I'm really lucky to have a sister like you.
Wyatt, is now a good time?
Hey, Indigo, sure. Go on, let me hear it.
So Rachel's Reprehensible Rendezvous Part 2 just came out.
Go on. What did you find out?
Turns out, Rachel and the guy she's staying with are staying in the same hotel as me.
Seriously?
Yes, and that's not all. My friend, the one whose wedding I came to in Guam for, just so happens to be staying on the same floor as them. I asked her a few carefully worded questions in a roundabout way, hoping to shed some light on the whole thing. It's just as I suspected. Apparently, they're staying together in the same room, and the way she described the noises coming through those walls, it could only be one thing.
I see.
Wyatt, are you okay?
Huh?
There was no way I could just find all this out and do nothing. But at the same time, this must be an enormous shock for you.
Yeah, in a sense. Don't get me wrong. At first I thought I was going to lose it for a moment. The blood rushed to my head. I saw red and I almost booked a flight to Guam myself. This morning I remembered something.
You remembered something. What?
I calmed down after doing a little digging and confirming my suspicions about the thing I remembered, so I'm feeling pretty level-headed now. Suddenly, everything makes sense. If anything, I'm thinking coolly and calmly about how I'm going to deal with my deceitful traitor of a wife when she flies back to the States.
I see. I'm flying back home today, so I won't be able to keep an eye on her like I have been doing anymore. I hope that's not a problem.
Sure, of course not. You've done more than enough, sis. I feel nothing but gratitude for what you've done for me. When I started digging myself, I was able to come up with heaps of evidence of the affair right from the comfort of the house here in Florida. To think people hire investigators for this kind of thing, I barely even had to try.
Huh? What do you mean? Like, what kind of evidence?
Her lover is none other than the husband of one of her friends and fellow moms from kindergarten.
Seriously?
His name's Paul. You might want to grab a sick bucket for this one. But apparently her pet name for him is Pollykins, and he calls her his Rachy Boo. It's hard to believe my own wife, a married woman with a little boy, will behave so deplorably. I can't even begin to imagine what drove her to this. She must have lost her mind. As for the proof, how long have you got? There's enough here to settle the divorce 100 times over.
Go on then. What did you find?
Before I tell you, you sure you got time? You don't have to rush to board the plane or anything, right?
I really should start moving now, actually, so you're gonna have to leave me hanging for a little while. Spill the beans when I land, okay? I'll message you as soon as I can.
Sure thing. Safe flight, Sits.
Hey, Maya, honey, I'm back. I just arrived at the station. Guam was simply amazing. What a beautiful country.
Welcome home. By the way, Rachel, there is a little something I need to ask you about.
What is it?
Who was the friend you went to Guam with? I can't remember if you told me or not.
Huh? Oh, it was just an old classmate from back in high school. We used to be best friends.
Man? Woman?
Obviously she's a woman. What do you take me for? Jeez, Wyatt, what are you like? Why do you ask? Wait, you don't suspect me of something, do you?
You tell me. Hypothetically, if I did suspect you of something, what do you think it might be? You know, if you had to take a wild guess.
Having an affair? Or something? Judging from the way you asked me, I wonder if maybe you suspect me of cheating on you?
Forget suspicion. Try definitive proof.
Huh? Definitive proof? What are you talking about? Oh my god, what?
This guy's one of your friend's husband, right? I've met him a few times myself, so I know his face.
Wait, how the hell do you have this photo? This should be impossible. What the? What did you do? Did you go sniffing around behind my back?
Oopsie, looks like you're forgetting something.
What? Forgetting what?
It must have been 3 years ago now. Remember that time your phone was running out of space and you asked me to back up all the photos on it? Well, I used my immeasurable technical genius to upload everything to the cloud with my second computer. Naturally, being the one who uploaded them, I still have admin rights to all the folders.
You still have the photos from way back then?
To be honest, I totally forgot about them myself, but when I received word of what was transpiring in Guam, I remembered the photos and wondered if I might be able to find something conclusive. I fetched my old dusty computer from the attic and checked out what was actually in those albums. Lo and behold, I hit the jackpot. Well, that might be a strange way of describing a collection of thousands of pictures, your wife performing lewd acts with another man, but sure enough, I had all the proof I could have wished for. And such variety. The stuff in the pics ranged from the mild to the extreme to the downright bizarre. I didn't even know some of those positions were possible. I was grateful in a sense. It was really nice of you to save me the trouble of investigating myself or hiring someone by providing me with mountains of evidence like that.
Wait a second, no! This is all a big misunderstanding.
Huh? In what way? How could the contents of these photos possibly be misunderstood?
You got this all wrong. Those photos aren't what you think.
Oh yeah? How's that?
I did this for you, baby. Listen, there's a perfectly logical explanation for all this. Just hear me out. So there was this guy who kept coming on to me at work, right? Now, I know how busy you are, and I didn't want to cause you any unnecessary worry. But I thought if he realized I was married, he'd back off. So I asked Paul if he'd take a few pictures with me pretending to be my husband. Then I sent them to the guys so he'd get the message and leave me alone. That's why we took all those photos. Oh, you silly Billy. You didn't think they were real, did you? I can see why you might think we went a little too far in some of them, but I figured if we didn't look genuine, the creep at work wouldn't believe me. I get this might be hard for you to believe. And I know it's a lot to take in, but don't you think instantly assuming I'm cheating on you like this is a little horrible?
Interesting. How do you explain this then?
What? How?
You've always had a habit of taking screenshots of your favorite messages, right? Turns out you were doing it with Loverboy's messages too, voluntarily leaving behind evidence of your misdeeds like this really saved me a ton of hassle.
Oh, wait, no. You got it all wrong again. We did this on purpose so I can screenshot it and send it to that creepy guy who kept coming on to me at work. It was all an act.
Have you even read this stuff in the screenshot?
Huh? What do you mean?
Your creepy colleague story doesn't really hold up against Paul asking you things like, does your husband know about us? Does it? He's too much of a moron to figure it out. No matter how many times I read it, the message is loud and clear. We're having an affair, and we're proud of it.
No, but I want you to know it wasn't Paul who I went on holiday to Guam with. It really was one of my girlfriends, I promise. What? Seriously?
I can't wait to see your swimsuit. Stop it, you spicy love devil. Is this how you talk with your female friends? Oh yeah, that's funny. You also seem to be calling them Paulykins too. Is your girlfriend's name Paul?
No, well, it was all an act. How many times do I have to tell you? That was just Paul pulling on an act to try and help me get rid of that creepy guy at work.
I see.
Being accused of cheating over something as innocent as this is the last thing I expected. I'm honestly heartbroken you think that about me, Wyatt.
So, just to be clear about this, are you saying the contents of these messages doesn't constitute cheating?
Obviously they don't.
Okay, how about this one? Is this cheating? This one's from Guam, right?
What? How?
The date, time, and place are all included in the file data, so there's no way you're worming your way out of this one.
Wait, hang on a sec. Did we even take any photos like that? I'm sure we didn't. Who took this? What the hell? Were we being followed or something? This is so creepy. This makes no sense. How did you...
I forgot to tell you, but this isn't one of the photos I got from your phone. It came from a third party, shall we say.
Huh? Who?
You're never going to believe this, because it really is the mother of all coincidences. But my sister happened to be in Guam at the exact same time and place as you and your lover boy.
Indigo! She was there too?
The photo I sent just now is one of the ones she took. In fact, it was thanks to her that I even had any idea this was going on in the first place.
No. Hold on just 1 second. Shouldn't your sister be in Australia right now? I thought she moved down under for work.
She was in Guam to go to her friend's wedding when she saw you. Don't you think she did a good job? Your faces couldn't be more visible. This is about as good as anything a pro photographer could come up with in my book.
Oh my god, this can't be real. That photo should not exist.
What's wrong? Are you sad because you ran out of excuses?
I didn't make any excuses. Wyatt, please.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot to tell you. I told Polykin's wife everything.
You didn't! Tell me you're lying, please. He'll be furious with me.
Did you really think anyone was getting out of this without facing the consequences? You reap what you sow, and that goes for you both. No matter how love drunk you might be, surely you're not naive enough to think I was going to let his poor wife continue being deceived by a lying, cheating scumbag like him. On that note, it just so happens that she's already done filing for divorce and it's going through court as we speak. She moves fast, huh? Apparently, she ordered the entire contents of Polykin's savings account as compensation for his unfaithfulness. Oh yeah, and on the subject of compensation, it's also looking like you're going to owe me a hefty sum real soon.
Paul's wife filed for divorce already? Compensation? Lord, give me strength.
While you two were off smooching like loved-up teenagers and frolicking in the sand in Guam, me and her were making all sorts of preparations for the rest of our lives.
Oh my god. I never thought it would get out like this. Not now.
Regardless of however or whenever it got out, it was always going to come to this, and you'd have to be an idiot to think otherwise. Anyway, listen up, and listen good. You need to stay away from this house. Do not come home under any circumstances. I had all your belongings sent to your parents' house, so you have nothing to come back for anyway.
What the hell? You did what? No, you didn't. Did you tell my parents about this?
Obviously I did.
No! How could you? You had no right! Don't you know how strict my mom and dad are about this kind of thing? They're fundamentalist Christians, for crying out loud. They'll frickin' disown me because of you!
Oh, so you're saying you did what you did knowing full well how disgusted your parents would be with you when they found out. You really are beyond saving. Pathetic.
Stop it! What a horrible thing to say.
I don't think it's horrible at all. In fact, I think it's the perfect way to describe you. Anyway, there's no point in continuing this conversation, and to be honest, I feel sick just thinking about you, so any and all correspondence between us will be had through our lawyers from now on.
No, wait! No!
Goodbye. After I blocked her, my soon-to-be ex-wife had no choice but to move back in with her parents, where, just as predicted, she was met with nothing but unbridled rage, disgust, and contempt. In a torrent of righteous fury, her dad ordered her to sign the divorce papers and pay my compensation immediately, even if it meant going into debt, and swore in the Bible he'd force her to repent for what she'd done. A week later, the amount written on the compensation claim I sent her was paid into my bank account in full, and the divorce papers, complete with my wife's signatures, were sent off. Apparently, when she told her parents she'd done all of the above, they disowned her and booted her out of the house without a moment's hesitation. Last I heard, she's currently juggling several jobs in a desperate attempt to pay off her debts, while living in a run-down old apartment on the outskirts of town. Naturally, I won custody of our son. He sure is a bright one, It turns out he actually knew his mom had been doing things she shouldn't have been. Isn't it funny how kids pick up on these things? When his grandpa asked him who he wanted to live with, he took a firm stance, folded his arms, and declared boldly and resolutely, "I want to live with my daddy." When I heard about what he said, with a tear in my eye, I resolved to love, to cherish, and to give him the most amazing upbringing a little boy could ever have. Here's to our future.
Lori! That was so much fun today! I can't believe it! Where should we go next? Maybe we should go on a trip?
Nellie, I really think that it is time that you do something about your constant lateness.
What? What are you even talking about?
Are you trying to tell me that you really have no idea what I am talking about? I mean, you were a whole hour late today. I mean, that's not just being tardy anymore.
Oh, right, that. Yeah, I am so sorry about that. I just kind of took a nap and then I lost track of time. But I mean, come on. An hour is nothing in the grand scheme of things, right?
But it wasn't just that, Nellie. You didn't tell us anything about an ETA. So then we finally gave up on waiting for you and ordered water. Just waters. And then you finally showed up late only to get upset with us for ordering before you arrived.
But like, I mean, come on. Don't you think it is a little mean not to wait until everyone has arrived?
In what way do you think what we did was mean?
I mean, you all show up, don't even bother to check if I am on my own, and just go ahead and order without me? I thought we were all supposed to be friends here.
What are you even talking about right now?
I mean, at the very absolute least, you could have told the restaurant that you were expecting one more person and waited for me, right?
I seriously do not know if you are being serious about all of this right now.
What do you mean? Am I not being clear or something? I am just saying that it really hurt my feelings and made me feel like you guys really didn't care whether or not I was even there.
Did you even read what I sent to you earlier? Besides, how are we the bad guys here when you haven't even apologized for being late?
No, I really don't know what you were talking about. I think you were just trying to pin the blame on me. I mean, it's not like that was an excuse. It is not like I wanted to be late, you know?
But you always are late. Every single time. I mean, I am just saying that I wish you would be a little more careful about being on time.
I do try to be on time all the time, but it is not that simple. Besides, I was only a little late this time, so it's no big deal.
Well, I really do not think that being a whole hour late counts as just a little.
So I guess you're just trying to tell me that I really don't matter all that much as a friend to you. Huh.
Wow. Are you being serious with that right now?
Well, if you really cared about me, then you would think about my feelings a little more. A good friend would have waited. But since none of you bothered waiting, all that tells me is how little I really mattered to you and the girls.
I can't believe what I am hearing. Are you really trying to pull this on me right now? Do you not even think that you are in the wrong even the slightest today?
No, of course I wasn't. How would I even be? Anyways, where are we going to go for our trip this time?
Wait, what are you talking about now?
Well, when I showed up, you all stopped talking right away. But I knew that you were all planning some kind of trip. So, where are we going?
How did you even know about that?
Don't underestimate how sensitive my ears are. I can hear everything. I heard you all talking the moment I walked into the store. You were all talking about taking a trip overseas, weren't you?
Well, yes. Yes, we were in fact talking about taking a trip overseas. We thought it would be fun to take a trip to the Bahamas.
The Bahamas? Oh wow, that sounds amazing! I am looking forward to it.
So you are saying that you want to come along with us?
What are you talking about? Of course I am going. We are all going together, aren't we?
For how long are you talking about here? We were planning on staying for 4 days. But since it is an international flight, you really can't be late or else there is no getting on the plane. Do you really think you can swing the timing of getting on an international flight?
Oh, please. You are too much sometimes.
Of course I will be on time.
There's no way I would be late for something this important.
Really? Well, if you say so.
Have you already booked your flights and made the hotel reservations?
We were going through a travel company to do all of that, actually.
Got it. Well then, can you call them and tell them you are adding one more person to your party? If they haven't made any reservations yet, it shouldn't really be an issue for them, right?
Are you serious? You really want me to do this again? I already had to deal with the restaurant today about changing our reservations for you. Though I don't think you remember me having to do that.
Oh, did you really have to do something like that? You are right. I really don't remember hearing about that at all.
I figured as much. You typically just remember things in whatever way suits you best.
Well, anyways, I am not going to miss a trip like this with my girls, so don't try and exclude me from your plans this time. Got it?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. I will tell the rest of the ladies that you are going to go. Just make sure you pay your part of the reservations, okay? And also make sure that you aren't late.
Come on, it'll be fine. You are worrying about all of this far too much.
Hey, Nellie. Where did you run off to? We are all about to head out and grab some dinner. We tried knocking on your door, but you didn't answer. Are you still in there?
Oh, sorry! I actually am not in the hotel anymore. I stepped out already.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Where did you go?
Well, it has just been so long since I have been overseas. And you all seemed like you wanted to rest a bit. But I still was ready to do things, so I just went out on my own.
Oh, okay, I see. So then you're just going to be doing your own thing this evening?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to have a me day from now. I'll go out and do some shopping and just have some fun by myself.
Okay, that is no problem. And it's a good thing you made it on time to catch the flight today, huh?
I told you that I would, didn't I?
Sure, but you only just made it, remember? I mean, you showed up 30 minutes later than you said you would, and they barely let you board, so you were cutting it close.
Yeah, but I made it, so it really doesn't matter anyways, does it?
Okay, well, anyways. Tomorrow morning we have a tour scheduled, so please don't sleep in.
I won't, don't worry. Just swing by my room to wake me up, please.
I think you are more than capable of waking yourself up on time, no?
Okay, thanks for doing that. See you tomorrow.
Did you even read what I just said? Hello, Nellie? Are you there? Have you woken up? Hello? Nellie? Are you awake yet? We tried knocking on your door, but you wouldn't answer. Are you getting ready? Well, anyways, we can't make the tour guide wait any longer, so we will be going now. Let us know if something happened to you, okay?
Good morning, Laurie. I woke up, but have all of you gone already? Did you all leave me behind?
Well, we had another tour today, and we weren't about to make another tour guide wait for you to finally wake up.
You always do this! You always leave me behind for these things. I really wish you would just stop and include me for once.
What are you talking about? I told you what the schedule would be for this trip and that we had a tour today. I told you that it was something that we couldn't be late for.
Well, duh! I know we had tours and stuff, but why didn't you just cancel them for me?
Excuse me? What do you mean by that?
I mean, why didn't you cancel them and just wait for me to wake up so that we could all do something together? I mean, have you even really been trying to wake me up these mornings? You have just been trying to leave me out of everything this whole time.
Okay, this has gone on long enough. Anyways, we are already in the middle of the tour right now. If you want to go out and do your own thing at night, that is no problem at all. But we have told you again and again when we have had things scheduled for the morning.
Okay, fine. Just wait for me tomorrow, okay?
We are not going to do that. We have a plane to catch tomorrow. So please make sure that you actually wake up on time.
What is it? Do you have any idea what time it is? Well, what do you need? Why are you calling me right now?
You know what? Never mind.
Oh, come on. What could you possibly be mad at me for this time?
No, really. It's nothing. I promise.
What? Don't tell me there was another tour today or something. Did you cancel it for me like I asked?
It wasn't a tour. And just what were you doing last night?
Oh, right. We're supposed to be flying home today, right? Did you guys all go out to do some last-minute shopping or something? Are you all out buying souvenirs?
Nellie, where are you right now?
Oh, man. I actually drank so much last night. I just woke up. I'm still at the hotel. I'm going to start getting ready to leave. I'll head out in like 3 hours, okay?
No, it's not okay. We are all already back home.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Nellie, are you still in the hotel in the Bahamas?
Wait, no, hold on. What do you mean you're all already back home? Like, home?
What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean just that. Our flight home was hours ago. We tried to wake you up by knocking on your door, but you just wouldn't come to answer it. And when we finally realized that you weren't going to be answering it, we finally had to leave to catch our flight. I had a feeling that you were still at the hotel, though.
Wait. My head is spinning. So, you are trying to tell me that you left me all alone in this hotel and flew back without me?
So you're finally starting to get it? I really do not even know why we agreed to let you come along with us on this trip.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that you wanted so badly to come with us on our trip. And then you just slept in until the afternoon every single day we were there. You completely ignored the schedule that we made and insisted on going off to do your own thing and even ended up cheating on your husband while you were here. I mean, wow! I just don't even know what to say after this week.
Whoa. What did you just say?
Did you really think none of us would find out about it? I mean, these walls are not that thick, you know. Besides, Vicky saw you bringing a guy into your room with you last night.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
She even took a picture of the guy and sent it to me.
Wait, what? She took a picture of me with this guy? I'm so confused.
That's what I should be saying, not you. Did you really just want to come along with us on this trip just so that you could find a guy to hook up with? Did you lie to all of us just so that you could have your little affair?
No! Of course not! I would never lie to you all!
Well, then I think you have quite a bit of explaining to do, given your actions. Not only that, but you would always get mad at us just for following the schedule that we set out with at the beginning of this trip. And to top it all off, you still haven't paid your share for all the reservations. So, why don't you pay for the hotel and find your own way home? Although I imagine that at this point they are going to charge you for an extra day.
What do you mean?
But it isn't like you can use the same ticket that you originally had to get home. So I have no idea how you are going to get back here. But once you do, don't bother talking to us ever again. We really want nothing more to do with you from here on out. Hey, come on! You don't need to take things that far. No need to be so cruel. I am sorry. I apologized. Please, you need to help me. What should I do? Actually, I don't need to help you. And by the way, we are going to be taking our concrete evidence of you cheating on your husband and show it to him. What? You're going to show those pictures to my husband? Yes. And then we are going to be sending you an invoice to pay for your share of the trip that you still owe us. Otherwise, I doubt you'll ever actually bother paying us. It's not like that. You have got it all wrong. Of course I will pay for whatever you want. Just please don't show anything to my husband. Well, if we don't explain to him what happened, then how are you supposed to explain to him why you didn't come back with us? And how are you going to get back here anyways? Well, sure, but this has nothing to do with you anyways. Can't you just leave it alone? Nothing to do with us? Who do you think paid for you to come on this trip in the first place? And all you've done while here is sleep in every day until you missed your own flight by 3 hours. Everything that is happening to you now is all your fault. If you had just gotten on the plane with us, then at least you could have avoided some of this trouble. But it is too late for you to say anything now. Wait! No, please! Just listen to me! I didn't do anything bad! It was just a little mistake! You don't have to do this! Maybe now you will finally reflect a bit about not showing up late to everything. I think it is a good chance for you to finally learn your lesson. I promise that I will never do anything like this again. I've reflected. I won't ever be late. Just please don't do this to me. I already told you that it is too late. Besides, we all agree that your husband has a right to know what you did. I'm sure he would love to hear all about how you spent your vacation with all of us. But... no. Please. Oh, what should I do? I'm not a bad person, I promise. I don't see how you can think that when all you ever do is cause trouble for the people around you. Maybe if you really took the time to reflect, then you might just be able to turn your life around. What should I do? I don't have a ticket back home, and even if I did go home, if you really do tell my husband, then my life will be over. Well, I only hope you can see how you have done this to yourself with your behavior. I mean, do you even realize how much trouble you cause for everyone with your attitude? You were hungover every day of this trip and sleeping in to sleep it off. A healthy, normal person doesn't do that sort of thing. But I apologized already, didn't I? You can't just blame me for everything. I won't blame you for anything else. What do you mean by that? I mean that I won't blame you because I don't want anything to do with you ever again. No, please! You can't do this to me! You have to help me! We're going to have your husband pay us back what you owe. And then we never want to see you ever again. Good luck getting home. And try not to be late for your next flight. Nellie was furious at all of us for leaving her behind in the Bahamas. But no matter how hard she tried to reach out and talk to us, she found that she was being ignored by everyone. And after us ex-friends showed Nellie's husband the picture of the local that she had hooked up with on her trip, that was it for her marriage as well. Although he did come around and agreed to buy her a ticket for a flight back home, when she came back he only met her at the airport to hand over the divorce papers.